Okay, so here's a video that I don't normally do. But it'll be interesting for some people that don't know what these little tassel or corn silk does. Yep, some people actually don't know what it does. Well, today I'm going to teach you a little bit about them. And it'll be a fun video as well. Now, as the corn grow, you will see something like this on top of it, which is the flowers. And that's the male flower, they call it. And as it grows and bloom at the same time, these will come out, and then you will see these things as green. First, they're actually green. During that time, they actually wiggle around as the wind. And here's what's funny about this. What is wind? Wind is caused by radiation. Radiation meaning heat. Heat pushes things. And at the same time, when it cools, it becomes a wind. Okay? So, even this radiation plays the biggest role in the universe, as I stated in many of my videos. I gave a lot of hint in the beginning of the video. Radiation plays the biggest role in the universe, and it also plays in this as well. So, when the corn grows, you would see green tassels. When that happens, it extended out just like this, the opposite of this. Okay? And what that does is the male flower, through radiation, the male flower will have its pollen flying all around. And it will attach to these little tassels. So when you open this up, you would see something like this. This is protected. So that way, the seed or the corn kernels can grow. Now, funny thing is, some people may ask, why would someone or something or it, he or she, actually make life a little harder? Why don't he or she just go, you know what, a plant just come out and have corn? Perfectly done, like each row. The reason why for that is that I believe, from my understanding of it, that I believe everything in life has to be fair. Yes, the Creator itself, him, her, or she, or it, is very fair. And if you look at this, and if you look at life, life is never a balance. Same thing as here. Some are very small, some are very funny looking, some are very perfectly done, and some are just tiny ones and all messed up, and it's not a perfect roll. Funny, isn't that what life is? Life is never round. Life is never a circle. Life is never nothing. Even a corn like this would teach us something. And yes, radiation plays a role in creating this. Yep. Can you imagine? Imagine. Radiation actually plays a role in this. And not only it can supplies the energy, but it also supplies the wind that actually go and pollinate these things. So, if you open this up, you would see tentacles, or silk, they call it. Each of those, actually, I'm going to open this slowly so we can see. Each of those comes to each row of these strands. If you open it nicely next time you see this thing, you will see each row have strands. And look how it becomes. Each one of these have a few in them. So when this was designed, and thank you to the creator, look at that. It goes from here, small, large, 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 and there's a lot of them. And if you can see, let me see, if each row have a strand coming out. Okay? And look at it, right in the center of that. And as it grows, it reaches upward and it comes out like this. And some are very long. Why? Because this has to flap against wind. So when it flaps against wind, it's able to catch pollen. And that's how it's being fertilized. Now, some didn't get it all. You can see some. Look at this one. If you really look really close, you would see a nice roll. If it's a nice roll, you will see a nice strand. And as you pick them off, that's what you would see. They all have it along here. Okay? So as they grow, like this one, look at it. There's spacing in between. That's because it didn't have any. So it's kind of messed up right there. So each part of this plays an important role. Whoever gets pollinated, who, meaning each strand, get pollinated, the roll will be nice and perfectly done. And up here, you can tell it started not to. Why is that? Nutrition cannot come up here, because that's the last stage of it. And also, pollinate, or pollen, even though it's been pollinated, it's like a little bit too late. So it becomes looking like that. See? So next time, when you eat corn, you may want to remember there's a big process that going through this, or you can see the progress of it by just looking at it. And also to remember this important thing. Radiation plays the biggest role in the universe. It also plays a biggest role in just this alone. Will tell you that it's so important. What's so important in this lifetime? It's actually radiation. Just like here, your body needs it. Just like here, your body uses it. How this corn used the same thing to become the way it is. Through radiation. So by looking at this, you can see the healthier one, the one that get more pollinated, or luckily get more radiation, actually bigger than the other one. Even if they grew the same time, you will still have that problem. It's depend on radiation. So see, even corn, radiation plays a role in it. And now you know how things work. And now you know what these things really does in the wind. And what is wind again? Radiation. Okay. Other than that, I hope you learned something from the video. I hope you learned something important. And I hope you learned that radiation plays the biggest role in the universe. Other than that, that's about it on this video. I will see you in the next video.